Hello, YouTube. What's going on? Oh man, it's hot in this truck. Whew.
You know, for them to say that it's not.
Shit.
It's all that information we got.
We had to take a little rain break here. Good old fall Michigan weather. It rains about once a day for about 15 minutes. So I told you in my last video I was going to make another video on election fraud. So, on ballot harvesting and all of this, there are multiple ways to falsify an election. There are electronic ways that they write the program to flip it 49-51, 51-49 in the favor of the party they want. That was testified to, I believe, during the Ron Paul election with Mitt Romney. And there's a man who wrote the program on trial, or he was a witness to a trial or something of that nature. I'm too hot in this effing truck. Holy cow feet. My goodness. Sweating my butt off. All this humidity and sitting in this truck do not go hand in hand. Look at that hair. Anyway, probably this chew too on top of it. So ballot harvesting. Anyway, so he was testifying in court, admitted to it. I'm not sure who was found guilty or what was going on, but that was an admission made by somebody who wrote the program to flip the ballot 49-51 in the favor of the candidate that they want. And it's not a virus, it's a program, so it's undetectable. There's also ways to put a virus into the machine to do this. Now, I'm completely against electronic ballots. That's a line of shit. It's a line of horse shit. And my employee Adam wants to be on video with us here, so let me go ahead and squeeze him in there somehow a little bit. So then there is ballot harvesting. This means is you go door to door and you go to these old people and say, hey, we're doing you a favor. We're going to go ahead and take, they get your ballot out for them, and they have them fill it out, and then they package it up and say, okay, and we're going to take it to your voting poll for you. And these old people, being naive and trusting and being the way we all should be, thinking that the other human is not going to screw them over, gives them their ballot in good faith. And now I'm getting rained on real bad. So they go around and collect these ballots and basically throw out the ballots to the candidate they don't want to win. It's very simple. And these are unsolicited ballots. They're just sending mass ballots to anybody who ever lived at that address. Then there is election fraud by the mailman. This is another form of ballot harvesting, where they can look at the back of the ballot and see the numbers that go on the barcode, and then at the very end of the numbers there is a letter R or D depending on your party affiliation. Like, I'm affiliated with the Republican Party, even though I'm not a Republican. That's the closest thing to my beliefs, except for the Libertarian Party, which is probably never going to take hold in this country. And the mailman is capable of swaying the elections by throwing out the ballot of the candidate they don't want to win.
Throwing it right out, huh?
They just toss them out. And that's another thing I was going to talk about in this video is during the debate, Trump specifically attacked ballot harvesting and unsolicited mail-in ballots because it's been proven over and over and over and multiple times, and even just recently, like 4 or 5, maybe 10 times within the past month around the country. The mainstream media is not covering this because they want you to think that voting by mail is okay. And Joe Biden even said there is no evidence of this during the debate. My friends, it's all over the place. All over the place. Project Veritas just released a video of a Somalian up in Ilhan Omar's district going from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the morning the next day, going door to door, ballot harvesting, and he had a whole car full of ballots. Then there was another thing online where somebody found thousands of ballots in the dumpster behind a building. I don't know what building. It could have been the post office building. But they found thousands of ballots just in the garbage. In Texas, there are 2 or 4 candidates, I can't remember, being charged with 134 felonies of voter fraud. The Virginia primaries just recently, whoever won, it was a Democrat that won, I believe it was the governor. He got in by voter fraud. There were people on vacation in Florida who didn't vote, whose names turned up on the roll call. This happens, guys. Voter fraud and ballot harvesting are real. For you to think that they're not real, that is the naivety. That is the naivety of the naysaying, the skeptical Democratic Party. It's blatantly obvious what they're trying to do here. Blatantly obvious, okay? So, Obama went to China in 2015. This was already on the books. This has been written about, this was wrote about, I don't know how long ago, in Operation Lockstep. Go look it up. It's readily available. I don't know if you can find it on Google or not, but if you go to DuckDuckGo, you'll probably find it a little easier. Operation Lockstep. It is everything from in the past 50 years laid out to a T. Okay, including the masks and including the virus. So it's pretty obvious what's going on here. And if you can't see it, your common sense beacon is pretty dull. It's okay. Fauci and Gates, they're both in cahoots with the Wuhan lab. Okay. There are many people who know this for a fact. There are even credentials and patents to back this up. And also follow the money. Okay. There's that. Obama went there in 2015 and gave that specific Wuhan lab, was it $1.7 million or $2.7 million? And Trump was going around talking to people this just recently. And before Trump went to go see Xi Jinping, it was either before or after, I can't remember, but Obama visited Xi Jinping right after or before Trump went there to go visit him. Now, they've been trying to get him out of office for ever since he ran for president. None of this stuff they're trying to throw at him is true or worked. So they get the virus, right? They release the virus. China is open for business right now, by the way. Just keep that in mind. It shuts the world economy down. The Dems can blame Trump for the economy while throwing out millions of ballots to get as many votes as they possibly can for their candidate. Meanwhile, trying to discourage people from voting for him because he made the economy bad and it's his fault that it killed so many people and blah, 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 all this stuff, right? And if you are even the slightest bit in tune with reality, you can see the plan. It's very simple. It's straightforward. And the divide and conquer tactics are in there too. With Antifa and all of them people. Okay? there's a lot of things on here I can't really get into, but the in-your-face openness, the brazenness about it is sick. They used to do this stuff behind closed doors, and we would talk about it, and you guys would call us crazy. But it's so in your face right now that if you want to call us crazy, look at yourself. Add to what you're falling for. Look at the lies you fall for. It's so obvious and in your face. And especially last night, Trump was able to call out Biden on a lot of lies. This is not true, Biden would say, when it's blatantly true. And the evidence is out there. And right now, Hunter's being investigated. Right now, the FBI is investigating Hunter. Why the FBI is not investigating Ilhan Omar up in Minnesota, I have no clue. I don't know if they're letting them do more stuff so they can get more evidence or what's going on, but the Minneapolis police are taking control of it now. Anyway, you guys, that's what's going on. That's the truth of it. If you think I'm lying, tell me in the comments. If you think I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. We can have a nice discussion in my comment section if you want to rebuke what I say. I can prove everything I said. And then I'm gonna reiterate this one more time. Trump was talking about ballot harvesting at the debate, and Biden said there is no evidence. There's another council somewhere saying there's no evidence. When just literally a couple weeks ago, somebody got caught. Just a week ago, the people in Texas are being charged. It happens, people. God bless you. God bless America. Tell your friends about ballot harvesting. And tell your congressman to not let unsolicited ballots be allowed. I still don't trust. The only way to make sure your vote counts is to go to your polling precinct poll and stick the voting ticket in the machine and look that it's been counted. Once again, God bless you, God bless America, and be safe.